good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I don't know when you guys are watching, but it is October 31st. It is Halloween day, so happy Halloween to all of my subscribers and viewers. Thank you so much for all of your great support. I am growing like crazy. I just hit over 500 subscribers, and it is just going up through the roof, guys. The charts are all pointing up. Thank you so much for what you guys are doing. So today we have my almost completely stocked B5 S4 sitting behind me. When could you say that a B5 S4 is almost completely stock, right? But today we are going to go to part 2 of the build on this stock B5 S4, and I have some ECS tuning packages down below, as you can see, and a brown box from Amazon, which we will be installing on the car today. No, not the brown box we won't be installing, but what's in the brown box we will be installing. That kind of sounds funny, right? But yeah, we're gonna try to get some of the sensors, some of the lights off of my dashboard. We're trying to get a perfectly healthy B5 S4 before we put a ton of aftermarket support into it. So that is exactly what we're gonna be doing today. Getting some of those, couple extra lights off that are on the dashboard. We'll be shutting those off today. So if you are not filled in on, exactly what's going on right now, go ahead and click the suggested video that is showing up right now. That will fill you in on exactly what's going on. So let's get started. Let's go get that OBD2 port. We'll hook that in. We'll see the codes that are up now before we go ahead and install the stuff from ECS Tuning. And then we will go and check it after. And then we'll be one step closer to getting the perfectly healthy B5 S4. It's already really healthy, but you guys know what I'm saying. Let's get started, guys. Yeah, let's scan. Let's read it. I know my two O2 sensors are on, which are the P1114 and P1118 codes. That is because I have catless exhaust on right now, so they are obviously reading, not hooked up, or not reading at all, obviously. So there's that P118 code right there. We're not taking care of that today yet. We will go down. There is the code, one of the codes we will be taking care of today, that P1392 code. That is the Bank 2 camshaft positioning sensor. We will be taking care of that today. And there's a P1114 code. That is the other oxygen sensor there, O2 sensor. We will not be taking care of that yet today. We will be getting those tuned out. I know I said that we will get defoulers for those. No, we're actually gonna get those tuned out. I have a great guy, guys, and we will record the whole process. And then we are back to the P118. So obviously, really, there's just one code on this car besides those O2 sensors, and they're only on because of the catless exhaust. But the other thing we're taking care of today, taking care of my pad wear sensors. They are not functional anymore, and we ordered block offs, and that's what we will be installing. As you can see, that pad wear sensor light is on. We tested it in my last video, part 1, and it did not work. They are faulty, and I do have new pads on. So let's take care of that now, guys. Enjoy the video. Alright guys, so as you can see, right here's the pad wear sensor, so we'll get that taken off, and we'll get the blocker ready to be put on. I also see that the bleeder, the cover is not on there, so I think I'm going to be ordering one of those. If I realized that last time, I would have ordered it. Like I said, when I fix things, when I do things, I like them to be done perfect. I don't like to, half chop things. Hate that. So yeah, let's get started, guys. Let's get to that box and plug in a new one. I think I'm gonna grab zip ties too, just to make sure everything looks neat in place. All right, so here we have our box from ECS Tuning. This box, I believe, contains 2 blockers. Pad wear sensor blockers are $9 each or $9.95 each, so can't really go wrong for something professional, to have something professionally done and professional looking. I know some people told me to just splice the 2 wires and put them back together. But I thought about that because it grounds the system out, and then it tells the system that the sensor is working fine. It tricks it, and I actually don't want to do that because, like I said, I don't want to splice anything and make it look chopped up. I know you can make it look good, but more importantly, when I get new pads, I want to disconnect the blockers and try to put the new pads in and see if the sensor light goes off or back on again. So yeah, that's the reason for buying these and not just splicing the wires and grounding them out. I figured $9, why not? So let's go ahead. We will go ahead and open this up. ECS Tuning does a good job packaging their stuff. Got a couple things from them before. Yep, should be just some bubble wrap, big. And here is our sensor blockers. All they do is plug right in and it grounds out the system, and we will see how it works. So let's install that. There's 2 of them, as you can see. Super excited to get these in, guys. Let's do it. We are going to set this up nicely so it doesn't look chopped up at all. But as you can see, these are 2 of the brake pads right here. This is the male end, and this is the female end. So what we're going to do is just plug in the blocker right into the male end. Let's do that here. Just like that. All the way in. Make sure it's all the way in. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is put this back in as normal. So that will stay in place there then and still look okay. Twist, locks into place. And this I am just going to probably, I think what I'm going to do is just zip tie it. Yeah, I'll zip tie it right here. Man, guys, I thought I had some black zip ties, but I actually just have white, which kind of stinks. You know, black would blend in better. Not that anyone's really going to see this, but just what I like. So, yeah, we're probably going to zip tie it just like that, right on top of each other. It looks clean like that. You know, it's kind of mimicking where it's supposed to be. So that's what we're going to do. Make sure there's a little wiggle room just for when the wheel turns. You know, it's not pulling or anything. Alright, and just like that, guys, we are perfectly in place. It's stable to the other connector. It's not wiggling, just that the brake pad sensor connector is wiggling just on the metal bracket. So it is really on there sturdy. It doesn't look bad. We have plenty of slack just in case, you know, when we're turning the wheel, it doesn't push or pull, and none of the electronics will be pulling. So turned out really good. We're gonna go and do the other side, and hopefully this works well. All right, guys, so moving on to the other side here. As you can see, I don't know if you guys realized from my other video when I took this wheel off. Look at that center cap. Man, does that look gross or what? Yeah, that was I guess the middle piece fell off, and that's been, you know, it happened to me on one other one. I got a new one already, but that's what's in this mystery brown box. Got a new cap here. Yeah, the center part's like broken off. So let's check out how the new one looks. We'll get that put on when we put the wheel back on. There it is in some wrapping. Should look a whole lot better, right? Beautiful. Let's get this other sensor on. All right, guys, so we're all buttoned up there. Should be in there pretty sturdy. And then here's the old caps. Well, the new old cap and then the new cap. So super happy I got that new cap in. It'll definitely make that wheel look a whole lot better. And we will get everything buttoned back up. All right, guys, so it is the next day now. I actually got a phone call. I had to go and do something yesterday, but we did get those blockers in, and I also got that cap back in, so that looks a whole lot better now, as you can see. But it is raining out now today, and sorry if there's a little smudge on the camera. I see a raindrop on it, hopefully not. But we are going to put that camshaft sensor in. So we're going to pull the car into the garage, and we are going to start working on the engine, putting that sensor in. Now, cap looks great. That came out good. The sensors went in easy. But, ladies and gentlemen, as some of you may have expected, maybe not, I sure didn't expect it. The light is still there. So, here's the plan, guys. Obviously, it's not, you know, it's not the blockers that's the problem. Those are brand new. They're from ECS2 and a reliable company. That's not the problem. I'm starting to think that the problem is the actual female connector itself. Maybe it is really, you know, really corroded in there. Maybe dirt got in there and the connectors aren't going in all the way. Who knows if the owner before me left them unconnected and dirt got in there. So I'm going to try a couple things. One is a paper clip. I'm going to try to stick a paper clip all the way down into the female connector and then ground it out to the other side, connect it all the way down, see if that works on both. If that doesn't work, I will splice them and I will put them together just wire to wire and see if that shuts the light off. If that doesn't shut the light off, then we will go into the fuse box and get it done there. I do know how to do that also. But I do believe that we will definitely find the issue to the brake wear light, definitely. So yeah, we'll save that for another video today. Definitely want to work on this engine, get this camshaft positioning sensor on. Super excited to do that. And let's get the car in the garage, guys. Let's get out of this rain, all right?